So in honor of Robert De Niro's 80th birthday on the 17th of August this year, I'm doing a countdown of watching the movies of his that I own. So let's pick number 12. Actually, where is my hand? I've noticed that I always pick this side, and I don't know why. Is it because, like, I can't see behind me? But anyway, I was picking that one. No, don't you dare fall or cry. Raging Bull! I've seen this once or twice. And I don't think I watched it the way that I should have watched it. And in that sense, I mean, like, I used it as background noise. Yeah, which is a bad thing to admit when you're a De Niro fan. Okay, so the synopsis for Raging Bull is nominated for 8 Oscars, including Best Picture and Best Director, and winner of 2, including Best Actor for Robert De Niro. This tough, compelling, powerfully made film is a brilliant photographed film of extraordinary power and rare distinction. De Niro gives a tour de force performance as Jake LaMotta, a boxer whose psychological and sexual complexities erupt into violence both in and out of the ring. So Raging Bull is a 1940s movie that is based off a true story, based off of a true boxer who I actually know very little about because I don't pay attention to boxing. Like, I watch WWE, but it's not the same. So we're going to put this on. It has been a while since I've watched it, and by a while I mean like I probably watched it once or twice in my teens, and like I said, it was background noise. So let's see if this black and white picture is something more than just background noise for me. So I love how the disc to Raging Bull is slightly different to the front of the cover, because you got this where it's just the man himself, and then you come in here and it's more about the ring and how this is going to be a boxing movie. So let's pull him out and give him a play, if I can get him out. Where's the thingy? There. Alright, let's go. Alright, for context, I know at the beginning of this video I said it's a 1940s movie. By that I mean it was set in 1940s. It was actually released in 1980, if I can read in the dark. So, my corrections, it's a movie set in 1940, not made in 1940. Otherwise it would have made everyone a whole lot older than I just did. Man, we don't see that guy anymore. Kind of miss that guy. I think I'm ready to run, because that's like death-defying, ready to smash the bejeebies out of you. So we're going to hit play before he comes alive and scares me. Damn, that must be old, because I haven't heard an intro like that in ages. I should Google some of these production companies and see if they still exist, because they're very intense. That score is very setting of the 1940s. It's so beautiful. I like that. That's a nice little opening credit sequence. I feel like that gives us so much with so little detail, and I think that's a really cool setting, like a very cool opening credit setting. I don't think I've seen a movie do that in recent years, but then again, we don't get opening credits like this anymore anyway, so it's very reminiscent of the 1940 movies. Under all that, that is Robert De Niro. You can barely see that it's him, but you can hear his voice. Listen.
What I do, I forgot to wear shorts. I recall every fall, every hook, every jab. The worst way a guy can get rid of his flab. As you know, my life wasn't drab. Though I'd much...
And like I said, this movie is set in black and white for the purpose of the way that this was filmed in. Damn. So it's really interesting watching this, because the last time I watched this I didn't pay attention to it. And now I kind of understand why, because it is quite a long movie. It's about an hour 60, so just under 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Just under 2 hours. I'm not with it today. So it's just under 2 hours. And it's quite long in the way that it tells its story. But it's a story of a boxer who struggles with his personal life, struggles with his ring life, who is an abusive man to his family. The way that he interacts with his wife, his first wife, his second wife, the way he interacts with his brother, the way he interacts with his own children, the way that he plays the world around him. And it's really interesting to watch, but it is also really slow in the tooth at a lot of the scenes. But you can see that this man kind of deserved being forgotten. I mean, look, I don't even know who he is all these years later, so maybe that helps. But just watching this rise of him, and then watching him hit this floor really badly, and it almost feels like he deserved it. And then you can just watch him, like, even in scenes where he's a womanizer. He doesn't care if the woman's 21 or 15. His second wife was supposedly 15. The women he fraternized with were 14. You know, he didn't care. Women were women. If he could bang them, he could bang them. It is also really interesting to note that this film didn't happen, because even though Robert De Niro encouraged Martin Scorsese to do this film, Scorsese didn't want to. So essentially, his love letter to Hollywood going like, fine, screw you, you guys win. But De Niro gained a lot of weight that was scarily unhealthy, to the point that Martin Scorsese was like, no, I don't want you risking your health for this movie. But it managed to be made anyway. But you know, it's a very, I don't want to say powerful, but watching it now, you can definitely see that it's definitely symbolic in the way that it does it. It's not just a love letter to Hollywood, but it's also the way that it symbolizes itself. The reason it's in black and white, the reason they used the score the way it did, for a lot of the times there is no sound. It's just dialogue, and it's really interesting to see how that just adds more to the scene sometimes. And just watching, you know, the way that they created the camera flashes was supposedly with the sound of a gun, and that sound foliage has been destroyed because the Foley artist did not want that to be used ever again. So, like, there's a lot of things that you watch and you're like, I can understand why this is done the way it is. And I can understand it now compared to when I first watched it, where I was like, yeah, this is just background noise. So, like I said, it's very long to watch. It's very slow at a lot of times. For me, I wouldn't normally watch a movie like this purely because I don't do well with period pieces. But I stuck it out. I give it a watch. Still don't know who Jake LaMotta is. Still have no reason to give a damn about Jake LaMotta. But, like, it's a very interesting story nonetheless.